I can't hear you. Um, did you allow it to connect to your microphone as well?
I hit yes for everything.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I just had to add you to the stage real quick. All right. So we are streaming live on my Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Let me make sure it's going on IG. And it is peace to all of my beautiful people. It is your favorite bookkeeper, and I am here with another live. As you guys
I'm
all
sorry.
know, I have been doing my 14-day health and wealth challenge. And I mean, at this point, you guys know exactly why I've been doing it. And I have been going live for the last 14 days, or for the last 10 days, to talk to different professionals. I'm all jumbled up, but for the last 10 days, to talk to different professionals in their area and how it relates and pertains to health and wealth. And tonight, I have with me Jade the Babe.
I'm all kinds of jacked up, y'all. I'm sorry.
You look really nice.
Thank you. I knew you would look nice, so I said I gotta look nice too.
Girl, I didn't dress up today. You already know what I put on. Look, I put on my well versed.
See now, look at me. I'm out of dress
That's
code.
okay. You look good. Okay, so for those who may not know, who is
Hmm.
Jade the Babe?
Hey everybody.
So how would you describe yourself? Like, what is it that you do?
um, I like to call myself a jade of all trades, like a jack of all trades. As you can see on her shirt, I know a bit about a lot of shit, and that is what I do. A little bit of
Awesome.
everything.
Awesome. How did you get started in hospitality?
I got started in hospitality maybe when I was in like college, high school, kind of just like working in restaurants and different stuff like that. So that's
Hmm.
how I pretty much got started.
Okay. I've been in hospitality quite a few years myself, and I think that a lot of people see it as a job. A lot of people see hospitality as like, oh, it's a starter job. You know, you start in hospitality and then you move on from it, and they don't really see it as a skill, right? Whereas I took my hospitality from working in restaurants and stuff all the way up to a culinary degree,
Oh
and I
Lord.
was able to learn a lot more about hospitality as a skill. How
Hmm.
would you define hospitality?
Um, so pretty much as you defined it, hospitality is a skill.
Hmm.
In everything that you do, there is hospitality. I think people hear the word hospitality and attach it to specific things like tourism, like the food and beverage industry, or like the hotel lodging industry. But every business has hospitality. Hospitality is an experience that you offer.
Right, right. Absolutely. I agree 1,000%, which is why I felt like it was important to even have this conversation. It is definitely a transferable skill,
Mm-hmm.
and it is in everything that we do in our business and on our day to day, just making sure that we're, taking care of people. Multitasking is another one of those things that's big for hospitality, and problem solving. So, how do you handle these things on a day to day basis in your life? Problem solving, multitasking, and service. Yeah.
Oh, girl. Okay.
Was
I
that
know
a,
this
was
is
that a
gonna be
loaded
my next
question?
question.
That was a loaded one.
um, problem solving we'll come back to.
Okay.
Problem solving, that's a loaded question right now.
Okay.
Being transparent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
But what about the multitasking and being of service?
I have noticed that I used to be a go with the flow kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
Becoming a mom and trying to start my own businesses, I've noticed that I have to have a schedule. Like,
Mm,
and I have to have it in several different places. I'm more of a, I don't like things digitally a lot. I like
mhm.
to have it in my hand or where I can physically see it and touch it. So I will have like the alarms and everything like that, but I keep a schedule like pinned up or posted up somewhere in my house.
Right, right. Honestly, me too. I definitely have my calendars and stuff going all the time, as well as my calendars on my phone and computer and all that jazz. So, before we get to the next question, I see you got a candle in your hand. Arizona Aroma.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna just take this time to do a little quick commercial to all of
Mm-hmm.
my beautiful people who may not know. Yes, I am the bookkeeper, but I am also the owner of an aroma company, and it is called Arizona Aroma, and it is a chemical-free candle. Okay, you guys, no chemicals, no perfumes, and it is a soy wax base. So if you are indeed interested, go to my Instagram page and click the link in the bio. You can go and shop on my website. All right. That's my little quick infomercial.
And just
Um,
let me say, let me go ahead and leave you a live review.
okay.
These bad boys smell amazing. I have the cactus juice flavor, and when I tell you, I sit it up in the window of my kitchen, and I can smell it throughout my home.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ate that up.
Thank you. Yay. I appreciate that for real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can you share a moment where your hospitality background directly helped you to either secure a bag or build your brand?
It is actually helping me do so now. I've
Okay.
actually, in the past, I want to say maybe like 6 months, have just shown up in the community that we are in over at Telegram and in Mighty.
Mhm.
Just being who I am naturally, being a helper, being a connector. I love to see people networking. I love to be that kind of in between for people to get together and create something.
Mhm.
So just kind of based on that, it has propelled me to now where I am Kari's executive assistant,
Mhm.
and that is actually building and bringing more attention to my personal brand, which is well versed.
Yes, I absolutely love that for you, and congratulations on the
Thank
new position.
you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, do you think that people underestimate service roles when it comes to wealth creation?
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
right. Talk about that a little bit.
Um, it just goes back to the concept that I had before that hospitality is in everything. Your business is of service.
Mm-hmm.
In some way, shape, or form, you are serving someone. So I think again, it's just kind of that mindset thing of when you hear certain words, you automatically equate it to a particular thing. So
Mm-hmm.
when you hear service or customer service, you think of a telemarketer, or
Right.
you think of, again, it's somebody that works in a hotel, a server, you don't think of the person who actually owns the restaurant having to provide service or
Mm-hmm.
be a server, but they
Right.
are.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree 1,000%. And when it comes to the wealth creation in servicing people, I have had a lot of days where like in my restaurant days when I was a server, where
Hmm.
I've served people like and given them top tier service and they tip me well. Right. So that because I gave them that top tier service, they gave me a little extra money. I've gotten $100 tips. I've gotten $200 tips just
For
because I
sure.
came and was bringing that top tier service every single time, taking
For
big
sure.
parties, making sure I was refilling drinks, all of that jazz. So, what would you say to somebody who was working in hospitality that feels maybe stuck in that role or unseen?
Hmm. Unseen is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the society that we live in, title is everything.
Oh yeah.
People will go for the title before they actually go for the amount that they're worth, just because of what it appears to be.
Right.
Um, And it's unfortunate. It really is sad because I've been there. I felt that. Like, I'm just low on the totem pole. I'm the person that's kind of doing all the work and making sure that these people are coming back, because that first experience that they had just blew their mind, and they knew when they came back that
Mm-hmm.
they would get just like top tier everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would just say continue to be you. I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of people in the service industry are creatives in some way. If you look into their personal lives outside of being a server or a bartender, they're artists, or
Mm-hmm.
like they are really creative individuals. And if you take the time to talk to them, like you'll get to know that. I've learned that and witnessed that as I was a server myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, just
Yeah.
continue to learn on the job, and then take that and fuel whatever your passion is. Just take that same mindset of, especially going into entrepreneurship where you don't know if you're going to make a dollar or not. It's the same thing being a server. I could
Mm-hmm.
give top tier service and not make a dime.
That's true.
But I can't say, you know what, I'm not going to give top tier service anymore, because then
Yeah.
I'm never going to make a dime.
Right. Right.
So,
I
yeah.
absolutely love that comparison. It transfers, right? That's the whole conversation.
For
Like
sure.
these skills
For
transfer
sure.
into your life, into being an entrepreneur, into being a business owner. Like these skills absolutely transfer. And I love that you brought up people seek titles instead of value.
For
Right.
sure.
That is very pivotal because it happens all the time. But there's nothing wrong with being at the bottom because that's where you learn the most. That's where you
Hmm.
deal with adversity, and adversity builds character. So stop seeking all these titles, seek your value.
For
Okay.
sure.
Woo, girl, this is some juicy stuff right here.
I
All
know a
right.
thing or two about a thing or two, but
You're right, right, right. Hold on, let me stand up real quick. Y'all, you got these t-shirts. Let's do a quick commercial break. Tell them where they can find you and where they can order these t-shirts.
You all can find me at Well Versed by Jade on Instagram, or underscore I go by Jade. Myself and my business person Miles, who was actually on here a few days ago as well.
Yeah.
I believe he was talking about hustle mentality.
Yeah. Hustle building.
Hustle building.
Mm-hmm.
Hustle building. So you see how it goes? Hustle building, hospitality goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand, like the creativity that went into this t-shirt. The slogan was mine, but the creativity, the artwork that is on there is all mine.
Was all miles. All right. I don't know where she went, but I'm gonna stand up again. I'm gonna show y'all this. Definitely go follow her on Instagram. Well versed and Jade the Babe.
Yes.
Okay. How can someone take their 9 to 5 hospitality hustle and flip it into a side business or a brand?
I'm sorry, baby. One moment. My mommy has the baby, y'all.
Okay. Happy 6 months to her as well.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So sorry.
That's all right.
She like, I want the baby, and now she asks me questions every 5 seconds. My
Okay, did you
goodness.
hear the
Okay.
question though?
No, I'm sorry. Can you repeat it?
Yeah, and one more time. How can someone take their 9 to 5 hospitality hustle and flip
Mm-hmm.
it into a side business or brand?
Take their 9 to 5 hospitality
Mm-hmm.
and turn it into a side hustle or brand.
Yeah. Like kind of like I think it's kind of like what you do with your wine.
It is. I actually was going to speak about that. I'm glad that you brought it up, because it absolutely is.
Okay.
With my wine and wellness now business, um, I definitely took a lot of what I learned from hospitality. I did have some experience as a bartender as well, and I turned that into Well Versed Winery, where basically we promote black owned businesses, black owned wineries, black owned wines. Um, and then I'm also trying to create my own winery as well. So
Ooh, that's gonna be good. I like wine, so we're definitely gonna do something together with that one.
we can for sure.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have my own wine from your winery. We'll do it
We
like
can do
that.
that. We can do
Okay.
that. I
Absolutely.
definitely want to create more black owned like vintners, that's what they're called.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so once I get to a place of being able to own and operate my own winery, I do want to teach my peers how to create. You know how like if you go to a place and you make your own candles or you make your own like scents and things like that, I
Mm-hmm.
want to offer that experience with wine.
Oh, absolutely. That would be
Yeah.
so good. I can't wait. I'm excited for
Yeah.
that. Let's talk etiquette and energy and presence when it comes to hospitality. How do these soft skills become hard assets in entrepreneurship? Etiquette, energy, and presence.
Etiquette, energy. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
repeat that one more time. How do they become hard skills in
In entrepreneurship. So, how
oh
do
my
the
goodness.
soft skills? Okay.
When you I'm sorry, it really just clicked for me because when being an entrepreneur, like we see those funny videos all the time where it's like you're everything in your business when you start out, like you have to know and execute everything. Like, I just want to be a painter, but you have to be a painter. You have to be customer service. You have to be a content creator. You have to be every aspect that your business needs. And front facing, you're going to be the person that people are looking to as the face of that business. You don't have anybody else to lean on or to hide behind. So you definitely need to know your audience, know who you're catering to. When I worked in a restaurant industry, if I had a family, I interacted one way. I knew that they would love if I paid attention to their children and, different things of that nature. You just kind of have to know who your audience is.
Mhm.
And that's as far as like etiquette goes.
Yeah.
And the other two,
The energy and presence.
same thing.
Yeah.
Definitely the same thing. You literally just have to show up. You
Yeah.
have to be there. You have to keep the same momentum. Like your $1 person is no different than your $1,000 person. You
That's
have
right.
to give everybody the same energy because people can tell the difference, especially if you're in a large group and you start to pay more attention to the person who you think is going to spend the most money, and you start to leave everybody else behind. You might have just lost out on 10 people because they'll go back and tell their peers like
Right.
they only want you for your money. They don't really care like if you like their product or whatever. They're just going to be like, don't go. And now you
Right.
made that $1,000 sale, but you done lost out on, a few couple $100 maybe. So
Right. Right. No, absolutely. I love that. Do you think that people in hospitality take good care of themselves?
these questions are, oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, no,
It's
no,
making
no.
for a
I
really good
absolutely love it
answer.
because they're
Oh,
making me think. They're really like thought provoking questions. I was not prepared, but I
yeah.
love it. I love thinking on the fly and being honest.
Yeah.
Um, do I think they take care of themselves? No.
Mm, okay. And I'm gonna agree with you, but I want you to talk about that a little bit.
Burnout is definitely real when it comes to hospitality or customer service jobs in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
Burnout is so real. And then you also get that mindset of quick, easy money
Hmm.
because those tips and everything can come so fast that you'll start to blow through that money because you're like, I can make that back tomorrow night. Oh, I got a couple hours. I know I can bust out at least $100. Like you just start to
Hmm.
everything is so fast. Like you don't have time to kind of unless you are really good at it already and you can separate the two.
Hmm.
Yeah, no.
No, I agree with
Mm-mm.
that 1,000%. Oh my goodness. I think people in hospitality have a really hard time taking care of themselves. They're always so busy taking care of others. And they do so, especially if you're good at hospitality. Like, if
Yep.
you really do know how to service other people, it's like you don't care about yourself at all. And it's sad because you know what I mean? You spend the time taking care of others. But what is one thing that somebody can do who is in the hospitality arena where they can take care of themselves, even to prevent the burnout and all of that? What is one thing that they can do to try to take care of themselves?
Um, Take your days off on your days off. Don't try to swap shifts with somebody. Don't try to pick up extra shifts.
Mm-hmm.
When you have the days off, which can become far few and far between,
Mm-hmm.
take them. And
Right.
really take the day off. Like, do not service anybody but yourself on those days. And it may sound selfish, but if you allot your time accurately and you can service the people at your job and your family and friends or whoever during, the same time frame, I would definitely do that. And then on my days, I would take my days for me.
Wow, that is so real. Cause I remember I used to take my days off and clean the house and do laundry and go service my car.
Yep.
Do everything else but just sit my behind down and take the day off.
I took my days was outside. We was outside, like to the
Right,
bar.
right, right. Listen, y'all. I hope you guys heard her loud and clear. On your days off, take the day off. Okay? Write it down, whatever. Record my voice. Do whatever you need to do. On your days off, take the day off. All right. So what is a mantra for men and women
Hmm.
in hospitality that want to break into something bigger? What is a mantra that they can use?
Oh, what is a mantra that they can use?
Yeah, if they want something bigger and better.
Um, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey.
Ooh,
I can
girl.
say that because one of the things that I live by too is also um I'm not grown, I'm growing, because we always are. I remember at one point in my life I couldn't wait to tell somebody I was grown, honey. Who you talking to? I'm grown. Like,
Right.
but I'm grown, grown. And then when life hits you on your ass, and then you need your mama, and you need your daddy, or you need your auntie, and you need your cousin, and you like, oh, well, maybe I'm not as grown as I thought it was, as I thought I was. And at each level is something different. I may grow and achieve something, but then it's something else.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something else, and I feel like you don't really reach it until your time is up here. Like, so.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love that. It's not the destination, you guys. It's about the journey. Okay. So let's do another quick infomercial. Tell the people where they can follow you.
You all can follow me at Well Versed by Jade. That's WELLV3 RSED by Jade
Hmm.
on Instagram. And I'm also at underscore I go by Jade B on Instagram as well.
All right, you guys. So we're going to get into these last couple of questions. Do not forget to go and follow her. She has two Instagram pages. Definitely go and follow them both. All right. So finish this line. Hospitality is not a hustle, it's a
Lifestyle.
lifestyle. All righty. That was the last question. Thank you so much for joining me in this live. I appreciate it. I
You're
enjoyed talking to
welcome.
you. And I will
You
see
are
you.
welcome. I was so nervous. I did not
Don't. I told her not to be nervous. It is definitely just a regular conversation. I know I have some pretty good thought provoking questions. I definitely made it that way on purpose, but it's just a regular conversation between two friends, and I think you did
I
amazing.
loved it. You threw some stuff in there. I'm like, oh, okay. Got to think on the fly, but I do. I love that. I love the genuine, like authentic feel of things, and to be able to give people like my honest answer. I don't want to be practiced or rehearsed. I don't do that when I do well verse Wednesdays. I kind of just come on and let it rip. So thank
Yes,
you for having me, Miss Girl. We got to do this again.
absolutely. Alrighty, I will talk to you soon.
All right, peace.
Peace.